Hi, I'm Matthew Greger.
And I'm Nancy Greger.
We have this podcast called We Should Probably Edit This.
But we won't. Our podcast is about us, our relationship, our 37 years of being married, raising 3 children.
And hopefully we can share something that would be
inspiring, honest, truthful, as our tagline says.
Unfiltered, unscripted, and unapologetically us.
There you go.
We should probably edit this.
But we won't.
And we're on.
Yay! Live from Connecticut.
From We Should Probably Edit This.
But we won't.
All right. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Nancy.
All right. So what are we talking about today?
Old age?
Getting older. What it's like. Sometimes it's like,
this is what we need.
Not everybody is watching this, so you got to explain what you're doing.
So we have to do the jowl lift. As we get older, the jowls come down.
That's why I've got this beard.
Well,
then you don't see it.
I don't think it'll be attractive for me to have a beard.
No, probably not.
That wouldn't be what we would do.
That's one of those things.
One of those things. Things start to sag.
In more ways than one. I can put it that way.
Absolutely.
And things don't function the way they once did.
No.
Especially when it comes to losing weight, which we've talked about before. But I think that's a big struggle. Before, when you were younger, you could just change eating or just do more exercise and whoop, it would drop as a man anyways. But not these days. It doesn't want to do that.
No, it's always a little bit of a challenge. We get tired. We forget.
Forget.
I think just overall, but in the same token, I also don't think you worry as much about certain things, and your kids are out of the house, so you don't have that drama happening all the time, which I think can really weigh on you a great deal.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's why you lost the head.
The hair?
Hearing head.
That's part of my own problem with just having my own stress, but that's something that I've had to deal with throughout life. But you may have your kids may be gone, but if your parents are around, that gives a little bit different perspective of.
It's like a full cycle moment.
Yeah.
Just when you think you've got something else going on, if you're fortunate enough to have your parents, you're dealing with that. And I think that's where we're at. We're dealing with parents. We're dealing with, both your mom and dad are alive. My mom is alive. My dad died 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's just making sure that your parent,
or parents
are
they're still
able
maintaining
to
what they need to maintain.
Yeah.
And that they aren't too forgetful. And they can still do the basic things from driving to grocery shopping, cooking, those kind of things.
Basic necessities.
And that they're still enjoying themselves, and that it's not a burden.
Enjoyment is not a topic.
Oh, well,
not for our parents.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. When I say enjoying themselves, I mean they're still capable of doing the things, like maybe mowing the lawn or doing something like that.
Oh, that's not enjoyment. That's taking care of your basic core necessities. And either two things happen. Either you can do it on your own, or you're going to have to hire somebody else to do it for you. And then you really have to sit back and decide, is that really good? In certain cases, I think it is, because if it means you get out of the house and you have something to do that day, which is, mow the lawn, that's great. You're out of the house, and that keeps your mind, I think, busy.
Well, we can talk about that ourselves too. I think you have to, as you're getting older, and you need to really make sure that you've got a good friend group. I think that's with any age, but especially as you get older, you need to get out there and socialize and be out there. When we retire, You have the work, that you go to now, so that's your kind of your social environment that you're in is your work. But if you're not working, then you've got to figure something else out that's going to keep you engaged
You
with
have to figure
others.
something out.
Right.
And I think that's fundamentally the problem that we have with both of our parents is that I don't see that. But I also think that it's very generational.
Mm-hmm.
Our generation, my mother's generation wasn't about friends. It was about family and maybe having certain family members around, but it wasn't necessarily about friends. Like, I
Well,
don't think my parents ever had
well,
friends.
maybe they weren't the friendly type that was out socializing
They
much
don't,
with it. No,
they
they did with
socialized within their
with
family
family. Yeah,
unit.
yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
Socialization was
Well,
in your family
what
unit.
about us? I mean, what do we want as we enter these different stage in our life, as we are getting older, since that's what we're talking about? Are friends important to us?
Yeah, friends are important, and I think
Why?
making friends, you catch up. You would hope that you have things in common that you can discuss and talk about. You maybe go on vacation with them every once in a while. Um,
Well, I think friends are important because it's the connection, it's the community that you have. It's we're humans are designed to be connected and to
Social.
interact, to be social. Yeah.
Humans are
What am I
designed to
boring
be.
you? What, yawning?
Yawning doesn't
What
mean
does that mean?
boredom.
You're getting older because you're more
I'm ready for
tired
my
now.
nap. No.
Ready for you don't take naps.
I
Okay.
could.
Maybe I just didn't know that you took naps. I feel like
No,
taking a nap. I bet you if the couch was in my office instead of the drafting table, then I might have more of an opportunity to take a nap.
you used to when it was in there, but not all the time. I mean,
No one's supposed to
sometimes
know that.
here's the thing, you have to recognize things in yourself that you need to maintain and you need to do. So if that means you have to take a nap, you take a nap. If
Yeah.
it means
I wish that was more accepted. I mean, I can't roll out the mat on my floor and take a nap at work. I don't think that would go over very well. Although I'd like to.
those are the moments when you'd have to get up and walk away. Like
Yeah.
I'm
I go to the roof.
I'm good about getting up and walking.
Yeah. Yeah. Same
Even if
here.
I'm going around in a circle, I'm just
Well, I'll go
walking.
and I'll walk and I'll say hi to everybody, what they're
A
doing,
lot
or I'll.
different, a lot different than when we were younger and we were working. When we were younger and working, number one, we lived in the city. And that has a totally
Well, that
different
was a
idea.
small time of our
Yeah,
life.
but still, we were working.
Yeah.
We were out there. You were constantly on the move. There was no like downtime, if you will.
Well, we didn't create that. We didn't know that we really needed to take those breaks every hour. So,
I didn't
to
think we had the workload allowed us to take any type of
well, no,
breaks.
but it regardless of the workflow or not, you should still take a break every
Yeah.
few minutes. You should get up, walk around, stretch, whatever. I mean, right now I go up to the roof when it's nice weather. There you go. You're yawning again.
Go ahead on
maybe
the
I,
roof.
maybe I should have waited for this episode till you had your
Go on
nap.
the roof.
I would go on the roof. I'll stretch. I'll get out there. I'll do a video or something while I'm up there, and then I'll come back down and go back to the
Well, I
to the
think you
grind.
learned that as we got older, though. I think when you're originally out there and you're hustling,
Yeah, but we should
you
have learned it
don't.
earlier in life.
Why? Nobody else is doing it. Why would you do it then? And
No, but
at
we
this
should have.
stage,
I'm just
here,
saying we should have.
the good part about as you get older is
Yeah,
that
what is
certain
that?
things that you would do because you felt you had to do them, as you get older, you're like, I don't need to do that. And I
Who
don't want to do
cares?
that. Who
Yeah.
cares?
What difference does it make,
What
right?
difference does it make? It's not like you've lived long, you've done a lot of things. Life has hit you with many different obstacles along the way. You've learned to manage that, navigate that, ride that, figure out the next,
You
next
mean
course.
things they don't bother you as well? I won't say bother you. You're not as
I'm not as affected by it as I
yeah,
used to
you're
be.
not as influenced by other people's opinions anymore.
No,
Or
no,
they don't matter as much.
doesn't
You've
matter as
learned to.
much.
Who cares? So what?
So
What they
what?
think about you?
And if I don't want to cook one night, I'm not. And if I don't want to cook for 2 or 3 nights, I'm not.
Okay. So, what about getting older? What's the thing that's bugging you the most about getting older, besides wanting to tuck the chin?
Bothering me?
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't.
is it? Do you have aches or pains? Do you have
Well,
things that you don't?
I
That
do have an occasional hip pain. Um, but other than that, I don't really think I have anything that really bothers
well,
me.
is there anything that you're not happy about as you're getting older?
Besides needing a facelift?
But that facelift is your opinion, yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
That's all that counts.
Okay.
You seem to think that you matter. You don't. Not when it comes to that kind of stuff.
No.
Um, I don't really feel that there is anything. I feel the only thing that I think I'm more conscious of now than I should have been more conscious of when I was younger was saving money and putting money aside.
Okay.
That's probably the one area that now I have a very short window that,
Trying to build the wealth.
yeah, trying to
Yeah.
really build up that wealth so that it's somewhat easier because I do find that probably the bigger thing that our parents are facing is the lack of funds, is the lack
So
of money.
they don't have the freedom to be able to
They're
do
not
the things
prepared.
they need to do.
They're not prepared for
Right.
longevity. They're not prepared to live till you're 80 or 90 years old. That's not what they're prepared for. And they didn't save appropriately. They didn't put money aside appropriately. And now they're trying to stay in a home, and a home can be very, very expensive to stay in. I mean, you're constantly fixing things, maintaining things, managing things. And if you don't have the resources to help you do that, that could put a financial strain because, as far as I know, Social Security doesn't really cover very much. And I think that's the part one thing that I would say to you. If I
Well,
had known a
we're
little bit more, I would have done a little bit more when I
we're
was
still
younger.
young enough that we can maybe make some of those adjustments, and that's looking towards the future.
There's
That's what we're trying to do.
there's two things. We're not young enough. We're old enough to know what we need to do and how we're going to do it. There's a very big difference here because we're not young in comparison to our parents. Yes, we're
Right.
younger, but we're not young. I mean,
Speak for yourself.
in society's
Okay.
days, we're going to
Right.
have to make a decision in a few more years as to what kind of Medicaid policy we want. And that's not something that comes to you because um, you hit a certain age in your life, and those are the things you're going to be dealing with, right? So, but the good part of it all is that we're wise enough to know what it is we need to do,
Okay. So
the time we have
yours
to do
is
it in.
that you wish you had dealt with finances better
I think
and more.
yes, I wish I had felt with
Okay.
finances better. I wish that at this point in my time, at this point in my life, if I wanted to retire at 65, I could,
But you can't.
but I
So we
can't.
have to work.
I have to
So,
work.
I mean, for me, it would be two things. I would have two things. First thing is that I would have taken care of myself a little bit more.
Mm,
I would have learned to eat better earlier in life,
this is
and
true.
then I would have made exercise a daily habit. Which you getting sleepy on me again?
Why
Okay,
don't you focus on you and stop
okay.
looking at me?
I'm
How
not
about
looking
if
at
you do
you.
that?
Okay. Ooh. All
Hmm.
right. So, anyways, I would focus on taking care of myself better. And then the second thing is that I would have focused on myself from a personal growth standpoint, and I would have read different books, and I would have worked on myself to be better. And I think maybe that would have leaned into the financial side a little bit more. But I mean, that's one thing definitely I didn't know how to do the right way.
Mm.
So, but I
Well,
can't look back now.
and that's the other thing. I don't like to say coulda, woulda, shoulda, because
No, but
it doesn't
we can
it
give advice
doesn't
to others that are listening if they're younger.
if you're younger, get your act together and read
Work
David
out, eat
Bach's
right.
book about saving money and learn how to save money and learn how to do little increments of savings now while you can. Because even if you're making, minimum wage or whatever the case might be, learn
Yeah.
now to put money
And
aside.
join growth day and work on yourself, on personal growth, and then learn how to eat right, eat clean, and exercise daily. Whatever that exercise is for you, whether it's going out and riding a bike, taking a walk, going to a gym, find something that keeps you active and that you enjoy doing.
You enjoy doing. That was
For
it.
me, it's tennis and outside sports and activity. I hate the gym. Honestly, I hate going to the gym, working out, but I know it's something I have to do. So
I'm definitely not a workout person, and
you like
probably
to dance.
that's it. I would take a dance class any day, but if even when I was younger, mm, I mm, I wouldn't have
Is
exercised.
there anything that you're looking forward to as you get older?
I'm looking forward to not having the responsibilities of a job,
Okay.
and working for somebody else. I
Right.
might still be working, but I might be working on something that I like to do.
Right.
Um, I might be volunteering more of my time type of deal. Whereas
So
that's what I'm looking forward
so it's
to.
not sitting on the couch watching, eating bonbons and watching TV.
No, but
It's more about
we don't do that now. So
no, but I mean,
we used
agree,
to. We used
agree.
to do that. We used to sit and put the TV on and listen to it while we were eating dinner or something like that. But we've
Now it just says we should probably edit this, but we won't.
we just we've changed a few things. We have changed our lifestyle, and that's the big thing. It's changing of your lifestyle. It would have been, you talked about eating better. To me, that's a lifestyle change. That's
Correct.
not a
Well,
diet. We would have
those two things to me would have been lifestyle changes that I wish I had made early on. I would be in a different position now if I had made those changes
if we had made it. But
years ago. So but I made them in time to embrace it now. It's more of a struggle as you get older to work on your body than it would have been, 20 years ago. Um, it's I wouldn't say personal growth is more of a struggle. I think it's easier because we don't have the kids to work on ourselves, that we've got more time to do that, and we have more time to develop whatever that next thing is for us that's not our job,
Mhm.
that we can do, whether it's this podcast and
Or
leading
something
it into
else.
something,
Or
or
something
moving
else.
forward
We
with
don't
that.
know. But I that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that time where I don't have to worry about and I think to some extent you look at the job because it's offering you some sense of stability, which you still need. And it's also one of those situations where we need that medical coverage because we're not spring chickens and things do happen. So you need to be more prepared now than maybe when I was 20 or
Well, I
even
mean,
in my 30s.
should medical coverage be the reason why you're stuck in a job?
It is now. It is for now.
Okay. Okay.
It is for now because health insurance in the United States of America isn't cheap. And if you need it, it's going to cost you a tremendous amount of money. And so if you're not able to take the benefit of whatever Medicaid or Medicare, whatever those things are, I haven't figured
Well,
them
that
out yet. But
requires a certain age,
correct.
but I
Correct.
mean,
And up until that age,
a
you need insurance.
lot of people are in jobs for benefits.
Correct.
So when
Correct.
you're self-employed, you've got to pay for those benefits.
Correct.
So
And that's not a situation that at this stage we're prepared to do. We need the benefits at this point.
mhm.
So who knows? Maybe when we hit that magical number and we have to make a decision as to, because my understanding is that you could still be working, But you still have to make a decision with the government as to which service you want, which program or
Well, I mean,
plan you
that
want.
requires more research before we can really
A
talk
lot more
to talk
research. A
much
lot
about it.
more research
Okay.
about it. But I'm just talking in general. You don't have to get your panties in a wad. I'm not giving people advice. I'm telling you what I know.
Okay. I knew going into this one it was going to be this
No, it's
the
not going to be
tension
this, but
today.
there's no reason for you
No,
to
there you
point
go.
out,
Okay,
like, well,
okay.
you don't know everything. I didn't say I knew everything. I said,
Okay. Okay.
listen to the words and stop making up words inside my
I'm
mouth.
not making them up. So see, even
Okay.
we have those moments. And today I feel it's one of those days that has those moments with it.
Well,
I don't know why, but it just is. Maybe it's something in the air. I don't know.
I don't think so. But once
Okay, it's just me. It's me then. Okay, I'll admit it. It's me.
it's all you.
Always me, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the philosophy
All
to take.
right.
But in any case, I mean, that's what I'm looking. What are you looking forward to?
What am I looking forward to as I get older? I mean, I continue to look forward to doing those things that make me happy. You know, whether that's playing tennis, going fishing, whether that's coaching someone, uh, volunteering. I mean, we're looking at the church now to see if there's opportunities there to be more involved in what we can do there. So it's doing things that are more fulfilling, I guess you could say, is what I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to taking more trips, doing things. I think the last trip that we took to Arizona um, really just was an eye-opening experience for me on just what's out there and just in our own backyard, meaning the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we saw the Grand Canyon, we saw you know, different parts of the state, and there was different climates that we went through, you know, in a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking forward to seeing other parts of this country and then being able to travel outside of the United States too.
Yeah.
So I would say um
Travel.
yeah, travel, um and of course I want to be in the tiny house minivan thing as we travel, but
Yeah, I don't
that's
know
just
who
me.
you're going to be in the tiny house
I know.
minivan thing
I know.
with. That does not sound like me.
Mhm.
No,
Okay.
I don't mind traveling, and we can travel and stay in a little tiny house if you want, where we
Like the
go.
off the
But
grid house that we stayed at.
no, we're not staying at the off the grid house. Off the grid, that was a one-time moment deal. I don't think no,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think I'll be doing that
All
anytime
right.
soon.
All right.
Your sense of
Well, it's a
travel
little
is
better.
not the
It's a little
same
better.
idea
It's a
as
little
my
better
sense of
than
travel.
camping.
And how many
Times have
times
we ever
have
been?
we ever did that, Matthew Greco?
Zero.
Yeah,
Zero.
zero. So that should kind of tell you that this person, your wife, does not do that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Is not intrigued by
So
that kind of stuff.
there's no camping and hiking the Grand Canyon from below in a tent and checking.
Hiking, yes, but that's going down and coming. That's a day
hike.
trip.
Okay.
That's a day
Okay.
trip. That's not, oh, let's stay in the crevice of the
So no
canyon
no
in a tent.
no hiking the Appalachian Trail then for you.
No.
Okay. No, I don't really have that desire either. But
I don't
but I do
have
want to
this
be. I do
desire.
want to be as we get older too. I do want to be more active, active and going on traveling, but at the same time traveling with an intention of a hike or a bike ride or doing something like that. So
How about we're just going to be walking all over Rome, walking all over Italy, walking. Maybe we can each get our own little scooters and scoot around a couple of places.
Not old people scooters. You're talking about like
No,
a
I'm
Vespa.
talking like a Vespa.
Okay,
We
all
wanna do
right.
the
All
Vespa
right. Just want to
thing.
clarify that I'm not going to be in one of those old people
Old people
scooters.
scooters, or
No.
like my mom when I said to her, "No, you're gonna have to get a wheelchair to take you from the gate, from where you drop your
Oh,
luggage off to the gate."
that'll be the day that I stop traveling. If I have to go in, if I have to be wheeled to the seat of the airplane, I'm not going anywhere anymore. If I can't make it where I can't walk it myself.
Well, you can't walk yourself to it?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yes.
understand. I understand. I will say that that was pretty amazing every time we would fly.
How many people are actually
How
doing
many
that?
people would be
That just goes back to staying active, and I think as we get older, I think that's something that's very apparent to me that we need to make sure that we keep these bodies of ours moving and fluid.
yeah, but you know what? You don't know what their situation is.
No, I
Listen,
understand
the
that.
fact that they got on a plane and flew to a destination like where we were going, which was a long destination,
Hmm.
for me that kind of says a lot because I also know that sometimes, and we know this, that when our parents have gotten older, they don't want to travel. They
No.
don't want
Well,
they like to
some
go to the up the road to
there's
the
some days that
grocery
I
store
don't
and
want to
back.
travel. I mean, traveling, especially on an airplane these days, is not really very fun. Number one, because it's they're so packed, the schedules are so different and tight that it's just
Yeah, but we've learned how to overcome that.
yeah. We've
Learned
gotten better as we've done
we've
more of it
learned
for
that
sure.
if we're going to be on a long flight, if we cannot go first class, then we're buying the whole row. We are not going to have strangers sitting on top of us. We're going to be able to stretch out, and if it means I have to buy an extra seat or two
Well,
extra
we're
seats, I
fortunate
will.
that we can do that if we need to when we're
And
there.
that is
Not
the
everybody can be,
true.
but that also has to go back to the financial planning, that we should be doing. So
Correct.
you can do those
So
things.
you can do those
But
things. But yeah.
yeah. So I mean, I'm looking forward to the future, whatever that future holds for us.
I'm looking forward to the future to do some more traveling, to see my grandchildren get older, to be able to participate in their life events and still be around and functioning well, that
Hmm.
I can attend all of their events
And
as
to
they
be
get
able to go on
older,
trips with them,
to be able to
hiking.
go on trips with them and take them
Yeah.
on trips, to like
Okay, I'm
special
not going in the
destinations.
bouncy house, though. Just to let you know. Not the bouncy house or
Right?
those other yeah, no roller coasters for this guy here. I used to, but that was a few years ago that I
That
think
was a
of
long time
the
ago.
Superman ride. I think something just really threw me out of whack on one of those
That was
rides.
when you went with your boys.
Yeah, I know. I think it was to
I don't think the
six. I
grandchildren were
think it was
around.
no. It was to Six Flags. It was with them,
Yeah.
and we were on there, and it was very very uncomfortable. And they took a turn they shouldn't have taken, or I wasn't prepared for the turn. I don't know, something.
Something happened. All I
Yeah,
know is do know you came off the ride and you looked a little whiter than usual. And I was
yeah.
just like, ooh, that must have
I
not
mean,
have
I
been
would
fun.
consider going back on another one. I would consider going back on another one. Whether or not I'll go on it is a different story.
No,
But
no. For that part of it, either you're
I
old
mean,
enough to go on your own and I'll see you when you get out. I'll see you
yeah.
when you get off. Or you have to have your parent with you to go on with you if that was the
For
case.
me?
No, for our grandchildren. They
Oh,
would have to
oh,
have a
oh, yeah.
parent or an aunt or an uncle,
Okay, you mean not a grandparent,
not a
not
grandparent.
one,
Not
not
a grand.
Gma or Gpa is not
No,
going on the roller
no,
coaster with you?
no,
Hmm.
no. Gma
I don't
Jeepa
know.
not going
I
on the roller
might.
coaster.
It depends on which one it was. So
Mm-mm. No, I don't have. I don't have to
yeah,
do that. I don't
yeah.
have to do that. But I
No, so
think that's what I look
you're
forward
not
to.
thrill seeking.
I no. I
No,
have I ever been a thrill seeker? No,
no,
no.
no.
That's not my thing.
Yeah,
But I am
neither
looking
one of
forward to
us
that.
have really. So.
To seeing them get older, watching them get older, and then
I'm
by
in no hurry for that. By the
no, but
way,
by virtue of them being older, then you see your own kids older. I know
yeah,
that
and
when
then you see you even
I
getting
know that
older.
when I said the word out loud at one point when Benjamin turned our first one turned 30, I was overwhelmed by that. I was just like, "What? You're what? No, you can't be 30
Well,
years old."
next year they will all be 30-year-old.
They're all in their 30s next year. Yes. But I was
That means we're in
I
our
was
that
really
means we're in our 60s.
I was stepped back by that. There were two moments in my life that made me like more aware of my age than I ever had been. First time was when I had gone for my normal yearly visit with my girl doctor, my gynecologist, and she said, "Congratulations, it's over." And I looked at her and I said, "What's over?" She says, "That's it. You're done, Nancy. There's no more menstrual cycle periods." And I looked at her and I was like, I did not feel that was a moment to celebrate. I was very distraught. I was really, really distraught when she said that. And the second time was
I have
when
no comment to that. I just
you
just
should have a
saying.
comment with that.
I know, but I'm just saying I have nothing to
But
say.
then the second time was when I realized my son was 30 years old. That
Okay.
for me was kind of like,
So turning 60 didn't have an effect on you?
no, because I think by that point it was like inevitable. It was coming. I think my mom
Well, so was
felt
Ben turning 30.
my mom felt a little different. I think my mom felt like, wow, my daughter's 60.
Yeah.
I think my mom felt a little bit of the ooh.
Yeah, I think I would feel the same way when our kids turn 60. Yes, yes. I will also feel that same way.
Let's see
So,
if we're
so
still doing the show at that point. We
well,
definitely would be wearing glasses the whole time.
well, that's one thing that for sure has changed.
Oh, wow, it was so bad. I'm like, what does that say? I went to work this past week and I was in a rush. I had a very early meeting. I got everything, threw everything in the bag. I get to work, I'm pulling everything out, and I'm like, I don't have my glasses. And everybody in the office was like,
Oh
just
God.
just go online. I'm like, okay, but there better not be any presentation slides because I will not be able to see nothing.
That's definitely something that's gotten worse with age.
That has gotten
For
worse
you,
for me.
particularly.
I'm like, ooh, what does that say? So yeah, teeny tiny print is not
Yeah,
my
you
friend.
gotta keep extra glasses around.
Yes, I have
Yeah.
two of them in here. I have one upstairs, one I take with me on the
But you don't
road.
keep them in the car.
I need to. I'm just gonna
So
have to
you
go get an
so you
extra
can get it.
pair and
Yeah.
just throw them in the car. But that was a tough one. I literally, after the meeting, got back and went back home to go get my glasses to go back to
Okay.
work.
Well, on that note, we should probably edit this.
But we won't.
So until next time, I'm Matthew Greger.
And I'm Nancy Greger.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.